It was a quiet morning in a small town. The streets were still, and the air smelled of fresh bread from the nearby bakery. In the corner of the old market stood a little shop filled with clocks. Big ones, small ones, golden, wooden, ticking in different rhythms. The shop belonged to Mr. Elliot, an old man with kind eyes and hands that trembled slightly from age. Every day, people came to fix their watches and clocks. But that morning, no one came. Only the sound of ticking filled the room, like hundreds of tiny hearts beating together. Mr. Elliot sat by the window holding an old, broken clock. Its glass was cracked, and its hands were frozen at 3:17. He smiled softly. "You've been silent for a long time, my friend," he whispered. This wasn't just any clock, it was his father's. It had stopped the day his father passed away. For years, Mr. Elliot tried to fix it, but it never worked again. He believed it was more than a clock. It was a reminder of time lost, of things we can't fix with our hands, only with our hearts. That morning, as sunlight touched the cracked glass, something strange happened. The clock's second hand moved just once. Mr. Elliot froze. His eyes widened. "Impossible," he said softly. He leaned closer, his trembling fingers brushing the dial. The clock ticked again. A tear rolled down his cheek. He didn't know why, but deep inside, he felt something awaken, as if time itself had forgiven him for all his regrets. And then the shop door opened. A young boy walked in, holding a small broken wristwatch. He looked no older than 10. "Sir," the boy said, "can you fix this for me? It belonged to my dad. He's gone." Mr. Elliot looked at the boy, then at the clock in his hand. His heart understood before his mind did. This wasn't just another customer. This was a moment life had sent him to teach him something he had forgotten long ago. Mr. Elliot placed the old clock gently on the table and looked at the boy's watch. Its strap was torn, and the glass was scratched, but it still held a quiet beauty. He asked softly, "Your father's?" The boy nodded. "Yes, sir. He used to wear it every day. It stopped the day he left." Mr. Elliot felt his chest tighten. Those words sounded too familiar. He adjusted his glasses and said, "Let's see what we can do." The boy watched silently as Mr. Elliot opened the back of the watch. Tiny gears and springs rested inside like a sleeping heart. The old man said, "Sometimes, things stop working not because they're broken, but because they've been waiting for a reason to start again." The boy tilted his head. "What do you mean?" Mr. Elliot smiled faintly. "When we lose someone we love, time feels like it stops. But love doesn't end there. It just waits, until we're ready to hear it tick again." The boy didn't fully understand, but his eyes softened. "Do you think it can work again?" he asked. "I think," Mr. Elliot said, "that if we listen carefully, we'll find the sound it's been waiting for." He turned a small screw, adjusted the spring, and carefully wound the watch. Nothing happened. For a moment, silence filled the shop again. The boy lowered his eyes. But then, a faint tick echoed from the table. Both of them froze. Tick, tick, tick. The sound grew steady, gentle, alive. The boy gasped. "It's working." Mr. Elliot smiled through a tear. "Yes," he whispered. "Sometimes, things come back to life when we fix them with care, not just tools." The boy hugged the watch tightly, his small hands shaking. "Thank you, sir," he said with a trembling smile. Mr. Elliot looked at him and replied, "Thank you, son. You reminded me that even broken time can heal." Outside, the morning sun was brighter now, filling the little shop with a golden glow. And on the shelf behind Mr. Elliot, his father's clock ticked once more, steady and peaceful, as if it had been waiting for this. The boy visited the shop again the next morning. He ran inside, his face full of light. "Mr. Elliot, the watch is still working. It hasn't stopped once." The old man smiled warmly. "I'm glad to hear that. How are you feeling today?" The boy thought for a moment. "Better, I think. I still miss my dad, but when I hear the ticking, it feels like he's close to me." Mr. Elliot nodded. "That's what memories do. They keep people alive inside us." The boy looked around the shop. "You have so many clocks, sir. Do you fix them all?" The old man chuckled softly. "I try. Some are simple, some are stubborn. And some, like mine," he said, glancing at the old clock on the shelf, "take a lifetime to understand." The boy tilted his head. "Is that one special?" Mr. Elliot paused before answering. "Yes, it belonged to my father. It stopped the day he died. I could never make it work again, until yesterday." The boy's eyes widened. "Maybe my watch helped it wake up too." Mr. Elliot smiled. "Maybe, or maybe love just needed a little reminder." The shop was quiet again, filled only with the sound of dozens of clocks ticking together, like a soft choir of time. Then the boy said quietly, "I think my dad would like you." The old man looked away, hiding the tear that formed in his eye. "And I think your dad would be proud of you," he said gently. The boy's smile faded. "Sometimes I wish I could tell him that I'm sorry. I was mad at him before he went away." Mr. Elliot took a deep breath. "We all have things we wish we could say to those we've lost, but you can still talk to him. Not with words, but with how you live." The boy looked down at the watch in his hand, then back at the old man. "Then I'll try to make him proud every day." Mr. Elliot placed a hand on the boy's shoulder. "That's all any of us can do." The clock on the wall struck 3:17, the same time it had once stopped, but this time it kept ticking. The sound filled the room like a heartbeat, steady and alive. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Heart of Wisdom for more inspiring stories about life, hope, and the lessons we learn along the way. Thank you for watching, and stay close to the Heart of Wisdom.